Hey, GutFoxx here. It's Sunday, and you know what that means. Mailbag day. The sponsor today is the word of the day. Velleity. A wish or inclination not strong enough to lead to action. Like when you need to pee but are too lazy to go to the bathroom, and we all know how that ends. With bottles. So first question's from thatdudesly. Some of you might be familiar with him and his YouTube channel. First, yes, finally I was first on your video. There's a myth going around that if you get the first comment on the video, GutFoxx replies to it. That myth is not true, as you notice by my lack of response to your question. Alright, next question. Zach Howell. Do you play on PS4? No, I am on the one, but I am not the one like Neo. CD Payne. Why aren't you famous yet? I don't want to talk about it. It's something I did a long time ago, but if I did talk about it, I would say that Toad was a damn liar. Alright, Aaron Emmerich. What is 150 from? And it's a GIF I posted. I'll post it after this lack of punt return. But it's Cheryl Cole. I did some research on it, and it's weird how I wasn't able to find the source. If anybody knows where it's from, link it in the comments. It's a funny GIF. Alright, next question. Top floor door. Why did the deer cross the road? Well, the overpopulation of man has caused an expansion of construction into the habitat of the deer, and it has required him to occasionally frequent human-populated areas. In fact, it's amazing looking at disease dispersal charts, and roads separate populations of wild animals almost as well as rivers do. But anyways, let's go to the news section of Ask Reddit. And what is the safest way to get adrenaline? Jumping out of a plane. Elderly of Reddit who have lost their spouse or significant other, how has your life been after their passing? What do you do with your spare time? Well, I haven't lost a significant other, but I was constipated for a while. And after passing that, my spare time is filled with a lot of, reading, watching television. I have so much more time now after letting that go. Do you have any bathroom habits that others would probably find odd? I poop standing up. Alright, next question. Why did that one teacher hate you? Well, I was constantly hitting on her, and we were around each other a lot of the time, too much too. The fact that I was homeschooled didn't help anything. Alright, next question. What's the one unusual skill thing everyone should keep memorized in case it is needed someday? Instructions on how to create a nuclear bomb, because you never know when you need to defeat an enemy in terrific fashion. Redditors around the world, what impressions do you have about the U.S. before you visited? Well, I am in the U.S. currently, and the impressions I have about it is that it is beautiful, filled with beautiful people and food. Reddit, what is the worst life hack that if you have ever tried? So you know that a bagel, in order to stabilize it before cutting it, you put your finger through the finger hole and then give it a good cut. If humans were designed to walk on our hands, what would change about society? Well, we'd probably have a pretty blood-rushed head. I'd probably skip leg day. Not that it's happened to me, but my legs would probably go pretty weak. What else about our hands? We'd have dirty meals. Our eyes wouldn't be able to really see very far. Grass would be the worst. Alright, up next. What is the most sitcom thing to happen to you? Well, one time in 3rd grade, I lost my pants. I wasn't wearing any underwear. The teacher was pissed. But the fact that I was 16 didn't help things. If you were to put all mosquitoes in a box, how big would it be? The mosquitoes would probably be the same size they are right now. What do you want your last words to be? I knew it was you, Mom. What PC game do you spend too much time playing? I can only imagine he means politically correct, and I don't really play any politically correct games. I watch some politically correct shows like South Park. What is the most badass job title for a real job? I would say astronaut. That's pretty badass. What's another badass? How about my job? Tell me what you guys think of this one. I am a freelance animal euthanizer. I go place to place to put down animals. All right, what is the weirdest thing in fashion in the early 2000s? I would have to say, in the early 2000s, whips and chains. Yeah, my girlfriend at the time always like tied me up and stuff and displayed me publicly. I'd say that was pretty weird fashion. She said everybody was doing it, so. Serious, how is Bernie Sanders like Jesus? They're both old. In what situation is better to have it and not need it? Not true. I guess I would say leprosy? Yeah, you don't really... Better to have it. It's better to not... Yeah, anyways. What'll be the biggest difference between now and 2025? I'll be 10 years older and still the same age mentally, but that's not a big difference. What's the biggest difference now and 2025? Let's see. I think probably the president. What is your first memory ever? I remember coming out of the womb and slapping a doctor. Any health benefits of extreme radiation? Don't they do that with like to treat cancer? I guess that would be a health benefit. Other than that, superpowers is all I got. What are some of the best video games from the early 2000s? Oh man, this is a good category. Early 2000 depends. You count like 2000 or 2005. There were a ton of them. Now, if I can get my dates correct on these things, that was what, PS2 era? Time Xbox. Obviously, Halo I think came out during that era. Max Payne was probably my favorite video game of all time for that story, and obviously the bullet time effects. What are the good video games? Civilization. God, I'm trying to really knock down that time period. God, any RTSs come out during that time? Like Command and Conquer? No, that was 90s-ish. Early 2000s. What age was I? Well, I think Rome Total War, I think came out during that time period, 2004 maybe? I'm not sure on that one. Oblivion, Fallout, let's see, what else? Anyways, I'll probably have to think about that longer to really give you a good list there. Some Super Mario games probably were pretty honest. Zelda? When any Zelda games come out? What's been the shittiest thing a friend has ever done to you? How did it affect your relationship? Oh, wow, I am way past time for predicting games. We'll pick that one up later, if ever, probably not. Washington at Chicago. I will take Washington because they're getting 3.5 points. Although Chicago plays well, plays bad. Maybe they'll play well against Washington and crush them. Who knows? Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. I will take Pittsburgh because they're getting 3 points, and I think it's going to be a very close game. And last week I bet against Pittsburgh, and I felt bad for doing it. Let's see, my overall record, I think I'm like 58 and 59. I have to go check. One game under 500 for the year after that disastrous week 3. Anyways, San Francisco at Cleveland. I got still a minute left or so. I'll take San Francisco. San Diego at Kansas City. I'm taking a lot of road teams, and I don't like this. Road dogs, which is what they should be. San Diego versus Kansas City, 10 points. I'll take San Diego because 10 just seems too much in a division game. Detroit at St. Louis. I'll take St. Louis, although they're favored by 1. So that's probably a bad choice. But Tennessee at the Jets. Tennessee because they're getting 7 points. Buffalo at Philly. I will take Philadelphia, home dog. They're getting 1.5. New Orleans at Tampa. Tampa's giving 3.5, and I'll take Tampa. Atlanta at Carolina. Carolina is giving 7. I think they will cover. Indianapolis at Jacksonville. I'll take Indianapolis there. That one's a pick 'em. Seattle at Baltimore. I'll take Seattle. Oh, it's ended. All right, I'll go Denver, Dallas, New England, Miami for the rest of them. All right, thanks for watching. Call to action. See you tomorrow.